Champion, shake my hand. I have a very special guest here. He's on SM, but we're not talking about that. He's legendary, but we're not talking about that. He can rebuttal with the best of them. We're not going to talk about that. DNA, get money and drink water. Good night.
Good night.
Is in the building. Shake my hand, sir.
Good night.
How you doing? How you doing?
What's going on, man?
I'm chilling, man. I got a topic because you had a topic.
Okay.
And I think times have changed briefly. You had the great Gerald McCoy on your platform.
Absolutely.
Champ, was it breakfast with the champ or champagne with the?
I actually had him on. I would say champagne with the champ wrap up edition.
Okay, okay.
It was during. It was on the URL channel.
Okay, okay. And he commented, and he basically agreed. So I'm gonna throw you under the bus. You kept, yeah. He said battle rap is in shambles. And honestly, I think that was one of the best media videos of the year. How he broke it down, but times have changed within a month.
Absolutely.
At the time, battle rap was in shambles. You know what I'm saying? It was looking disgusting.
Yeah, it was.
It had nothing to do with battle rap
at all.
Like nothing. But now, you know, going into these next few months, it got everything to do with battle rap. Every week there's an event. Last week it was an event. It was 2 events. This week is an event. Week after that's an event. It literally every single week there's about 2 or 3 events, and it's like. So, what do you say to that? Do you think what he was saying lasts still?
Like, you think
that still applies? Today? I think some of it applies, but overall, what he said?
I mean, overall, what I say is like people, started getting their mind right, or they got no choice. Because I feel like as battle rappers and as league owners, like we give a lot of power to, the supporters and the media, which should be. But at the end of the day, ultimately, like we decide the temperature and the culture. So when you got a battle rapper gossiping and talking about a bunch of shit that got nothing to do with battle rap, that's what's going to basically shift the culture to be on that. When you got leagues, you know what I mean, not getting active, not being competitive, then that's what you're going to get. But I think battlers started getting back in the mode of like, yo, I'm better than this one. I'm going to beat you in this battle. And then leagues started putting on more events. So now you have no choice. That's what That's what I was always saying. Like, you know, we sometimes underestimate the power we have because we're focusing on, yo, this blogger. But if you giving the bloggers cards to blog on, what else are they going to talk about?
They'll find something, but you know.
No, they will. But I'm saying. I mean, let's not act like we in the clear. We all know, you know what I mean, there's new situations that arose, but they're getting swept under the rug because it's too much. That's what I'm saying. Like, listen, you're never going to be able to alleviate bullshit, period. In the NBA, players are going to fight. You know what I mean? Somebody's going to do something to where that's the headline for a day or two. But I'm saying it can't be an 82-game season and then you looking at 5 basketball games is on and you talking about who cheated on who snuffed too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when it's an off day, okay, that could be the subject matter. But on the on days, we got to talk about that. So I feel like now, you know, most of the on days is about the cards coming up. Than, you know, the bullshit. Yeah, I mean, shout out to Britt while she said Zion Williamson just happened. It was sad. I agree with that. I feel like I'm not even like, people think I'm so against the BS, which I kind of am, but it's like, again, like you said, you can't completely, you know, get rid of it. So I kind of wanted the culture 85%, you know what I'm saying? The battles and then 50%. Like obviously the bullshit popped up. Yeah. For one day. I mean, everybody did what they did and they moved on because there's too much to go on with battle rap. I wanted to keep it that way. If the bullshit gonna pop up, just give it one day and we keep going right back to it. But that's not just battle rap, that's the way of life. That's what I'm saying. Like, you just gotta understand, you know what I mean, and no disrespect, but battle rap culture is a lot of low frequency people. Oh boy. Like, nigga, yo, listen. They anything I say on there, they can't make them hate me no more than they already do. So I don't give a fuck. It's based on a lot of low frequency people. You know what I mean? Like, if your meal consists of Brussels sprouts, asparagus, salmon, cod, on a regular day basis, and every Friday or Saturday you have a burger with fries, that's cool. That's basically the good part about the culture, and then the bullshit. You know what I mean? Just like if you working, well, whatever it is you doing, not being condensed in the office, but if you just being creative, inspiring, and then 1 or 2 days out the month, you might go chill on your block, that's cool. But when you on a block every single day, that's low frequency. So when the culture is 70% of people that, you know what I mean, they watching me to be entertained or watching you. They not trying to create themselves. So of course, what do you want to do to be entertained? Everything. I want to know this person's life. I want to know how much money they got. I want to know who they fucking. I want to know when they went here. When it's low frequency. So you got to be, it can't be the people that's creating, because we the ones with the brains that got the high frequency. So if we put out the high frequency shit, that's going to make them want to step up and be on some high frequency shit. It's even deciphering bars. You got to have a certain type of mental to even understand what we talking about. So it's life shit. But you know, some of them got catching up to do.
Hopefully y'all catch up, chat, man. Because again, we try to make this shit about battle rap completely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to go 95%.
Yeah.
If y'all have to,
I'm cool with 90. You know what I mean? 'Cause you can't. I wish it was 100, but you know, 90 would be good.
100, you can listen. You don't want somebody perfect.
Yeah,
exactly. You need a flaw so you're human. You're not a machine. No, but I think another part that he was saying, and shout out to Jerry McCoy again. Watch that video on his channel. I know it's gonna apply. It's gonna hit different now because the culture is where it's supposed to be. But I feel like he said gatekeeping. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the part. Like even when people speak about the legends in the culture, it's like we shouldn't allow people to say this about that person. We shouldn't question if John's a legend. We shouldn't question if you're this or that person is this. So what do you say to the gatekeeping, and how do we apply that, you know, even stronger? And who's the gatekeeper? I wouldn't know that.
I mean,
who's the gatekeeper?
The gatekeeper got to really be all the OGs that's in the game, but like
battle rappers, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Battle rap, or even you.
I don't know about that.
No, you a gatekeeper because you've been around for a long time with a certain type of credibility on your name to where when you speak, it holds weight. Now, if you did some bullshit or your name got tarnished, then no, it'd be like, nah, Jay Black's not credible, but you credible. But what I've always realized, because I'm the type of person that I try to understand how everybody views things. Not because I agree with it, but that's just your way of life of being, you know what I mean, a certain person. And what I'll say is this, right? When lies get said so much, people start believing they're the truth. Like, you got to think about how much...
Can I say my slogan real fast?
Go ahead.
I'm the most lied on person in battle rap.
So am I.
That's my new slogan. I'm the most lied on person.
So am I. I get lied on all the time. All the time. And it's just because I've never been... Like, I'm the pulverizing person in the ring. Yeah. Like, I'm a dominate, or if I'm face to face and we have a face off. Yeah. But in everyday life, I could care less what they say because I'm not trying to convince people that already believe what they believe. Yeah. So that's what I say. Like, it's a lot of rumors or narratives, like even right now, that get put out on my name, and I just don't give a fuck that much to clear it up. So people will run with that shit like it's the truth.
Yeah. And for me, a lot of times, 8 times, 9 times out of 10, I don't even see it. It's just build up, and it's like, yo, why y'all saying this? I'm like, yo, what's happening here? Y'all got this wrong completely.
Yeah. You feel me? Like, for instance, right? I talk about it now because I don't do it no more. But when I was on my run battling, I never went and did a blog and really broke down and addressed all the people that said DNA's on every card. Now everybody's on every card, and it's cool. Everybody battles every 2 weeks, and it's cool. You feel me? So it's like, it's a whole bunch of stuff. Like, even when people go... DNA's corny for because they don't know the in and outs to situations because they only see one side of the story. So to be DNA betrayed this person, DNA did that. It's like, if you knew the whole story, you would have to know everything, and you'd be looking at shit a different way.
I think Holmesy tweeted or something like that. I feel like a lot of times, I'll say even you or probably me, there's certain side of the stories like I don't want to divulge it because it makes it a way bigger situation than what it is.
No,
what it needs to be. So you the one that take the hit. It's like but y'all don't even know half of it. If y'all knew a third of it, like, oh shit, this was really going on. Yeah, that's what's really going on. But it's like,
yo, that's what's really happening.
Y'all got it though. Y'all got it.
But you know what it is. But what I always try to tell people is like, for me, everything is not about money, but it becomes about money and your brand. When it goes to how much are you willing to tell? How much of reality am I willing to give you when my brand or my money's not being stopped? Yeah. So that's a whole different conversation. Like if these narratives and rumors stop me from doing what I have to do, then I would have been silenced them because it would have been like, okay, this is fucking up this, so I need to address this so y'all can know this is not the case. But when it's like just talk, because you just alluding on to something that you think is actually reality, it's amusing to me because I just watch so many people not know situations. Like, you have no intel of the situation at all, and you act like you know what the fuck you talking about. It'd be amazing, like, how can you call somebody else anything when you're so ignorant because you don't even, like me, my child could come tell me a story and I still want to know the other side of the story. I'm going to take my child's side regardless if you're right or wrong because it's my kid. I'll reprimand you in private. But I still want to know the other side of the story because just because you're my child does not mean you're telling the 100% truth. So I just be always amazed how they hear one side of the story. It don't matter, even mine. And you just believe it. Like, I don't know. I'm not that guy. So that's why I be feeling like, I feel like in real talk, like that's why I got to the media bag. I battle less because I feel like it's a such thing as like when you outgrow friends, I outgrew battle rap. It's a childish thing. It's a childish culture. It's a very childish culture. By the way, too, check your boy out on ESPN Plus, 6 p.m.
Oh, wow.
It's going down. We judging the dunk contest, TBT tournament. You know what I mean? They do it every year. Big things. Yeah, the championship games will be on ESPN officially, but it's Final Four. Like, you know what I mean? Same thing as March Madness. So the Final Four teams will play on ESPN today and tomorrow. But the dunk contest is like the pre-show. That's going to be on ESPN Plus, 6 p.m. Eastern time. I'll be judging the dunk contest, so they can tune in to that.
Okay. I mean, that was a good segue. You said outgrew this and that, then you mentioned that.
I mean, come on, bro. You know.
Everything's a scheme with this nigga.
Nah, it's not a scheme.
Everything's a bar.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see here. Shout out to Jared McCoy. I definitely want to hear his thoughts.
Shout out to Jared McCoy.
But I will say this, though. I mean, like, this could be a patch or a Band-Aid. Maybe Battle Rap still is in shambles because maybe this is a quick fix. Next year, this is going to be the same situation where leagues is doing this back-to-back-to-back, or they're going to take their time off again. And
that's the thing that we want to see.
3 months off, 4 months off.
We got to stay. But you know what it is? It's quantity over quality. You know what I mean? So I don't want to see cards if they not like these. These cards hit every week because it's stacked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't give me a card every month and the card is not crazy. You know what I mean? Like me, I'm objective. Like I understand that's why the gripes came with URL. Like, yo, man, these battles, they cool, but this ain't what we want. So you know what I mean? You gotta take all of that in consideration.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this, man, again, shout out to the leagues, man. I don't understand. Maybe y'all don't see things the way I see it, but I love what everybody's doing. And I feel like the more that they compete, the better results that we get in terms of battles, cards, and everything. You know what I'm saying? So I love it.
No, for sure.
Please keep going at it.
Like I said, when you are owner of a company, you want to dominate. You want to wind up being the Vince McMahon and putting every other company out of business. But if you want to go to just the best time in wrestling, when was it? When everybody was competing. Yeah. So as a fan and as a competitor, the best deals is coming when they say, oh, I got this. No, but do it over here. I got this. Oh,
yeah.
Then a third party comes into play, but I can give you this and this.
Give you this and that.
Yeah, I mean, it's the best situation. It's the best situation for everybody when, you know what I mean, is being highly competitive.
I think I said this before years ago. It's best if battle rap is not just one place. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
If you sprinkle it around, it's the best.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? I love when it was 2014, 2013, King of I was moving. You know what I'm saying? URL, RBE, you know what I'm saying? Other leagues too.
But you know what it is too? A lot of people, right? And it's just, I hate to give them game, but I gotta say it, a lot of people that watch the culture, right?
Yeah.
They're weak. No, they're not. And I don't mean that. I don't mean that from a muscular, you know what I mean, strong stamp. I'm saying, like, even reading books and all that, like, people don't understand war tactics, like 48 laws of power, right? So they go, man, but you should let this guy do that, and you should like, bro, it's crush the enemy till they don't exist, or they'll, you know what I mean? They'll forever be around. Like, people are not my whole thing be like, everybody's not qualified for every conversation, but everybody in the culture jumps in every conversation.
It's a fact.
Right? Like, even the situation with homie, I'm not going to get into it, but like gyms, I got word of it. I never even, because I don't care about it, but I never even dived into it to know all the particulars. So why would I go speak on it? You understand what I'm saying?
I will say it was very easy to see the particulars.
No, but I'm saying like,
it's right there.
No, I'm saying, I seen that. But then when they start saying the time layer, and no, it was this too.
I didn't know.
It was that too and that too. That's what I'm saying. I didn't go that far. So my whole thing is, if I'm not going to do my due diligence to know everything about a situation, I would hate to go speak on the little part of the situation I know, and then get made and make yourself look like an ass because you don't know the whole situation. And that's what a lot of people do. They get one part of something and then run with it. Oh my God, that's it. That's not it. So that's why I just be like.
But see, before we even go to the next topic, I think you realize how, I think this goes from any media, right? I'm not going to say just battle rap, you know what I'm saying? If you're the first to put it out, you make the most money.
Of course.
It's just that simple. If you're the first person, on top of that too, I make money even in correcting myself.
Yeah.
I make money in doing another story, rebutting you.
But then when niggas get confused is then, this is what I was saying. I forgot where the fuck I was saying. Where was I saying? Oh, I was saying this on the Attitude Era podcast. It ain't dropped on the app yet. But I said, yo, stop telling me you for the culture when the shit that you doing is for this. It's not for the culture.
What's for the culture? All
right, let me explain something to you, right? You want me to tell you?
Who's for the culture?
You want me to tell you?
And what's the culture?
You want me to tell you?
We can do this for hours.
We can. What do we even have a culture? I don't know.
That's what
I think we have a community. But let's just say if you for the community, right? The reason why I can say I'm for the community, the reason why I can say you're for the community is because it's multiple times that I can opt in, and I don't even have to go that far. Like I don't even have to be disrespectful. It's really in the title. Where I can opt into the bullshit to make money and I choose not to. So I can say I'm for the community because it's easy for me to say I'm for the pockets. So if I'm on my show doing interviews that lead to battles, I'm doing face-offs that lead to battles, I'm taking new people in the culture that if they are successful with me, it pushes the culture forward. I can say I'm for the community. Where are the cons at? What am I doing that's just for self-gain? If I have sponsors that I can hold to myself and I'm exploiting them to the whole culture, I can say I'm for the community or the culture. Same thing for you. You went in your pocket to do something.
Oh, listen, I'm
right. You went in the red.
You know, tomorrow I'm about to be in the red, crazy.
Yeah, you went in the red to do something to push the culture forward. When it's easy to stay in the green. That's my whole thing of when they ask those questions. Like everybody's not for the culture. It's just certain people that make money, and you're entertained by the things that they do to make money, so you watch them. That don't mean they're for the culture. Because if you're bringing a more bad propaganda than good propaganda to any sport, you're not good for it.
Well, damn, is Stephen A. Smith not good for the culture?
I mean, yeah, but he's not.
He brings a lot of, negative. And he goes every day.
No. But he brings a lot of debate because he's talking about the subject matter. So it's not. Kyrie Irving is not playing good. Kyrie Irving is trash. It's passionate, but it's still about the sport. I take the nigga that says, yo, you sucked in this battle, and he get 20 blogs as long as it stays there. Once a nigga start talking about a nigga's kids, once a nigga start talking about gossiping and this and meeting up and I found this and that, you're not really for it now because that's not gonna add value to what's going on. Me watching a nigga talk crazy 20 blogs about me having a shitty performance, whether I like him or not, you might see the best DNA after that because I'm hearing the heat about it. But now when you talking about something that got nothing to do with the battle, you gonna make me go all. I'm not worried about performing now. I'm like, yo, I want to holler at you in a different. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I just, you know what I mean? It's unpopular opinion because it's not. But that's the gatekeeping shit I'm saying about Gerald McCoy, which I say even I take my lack of it because I just let a lot of shit go. So do you, right? Jay-Z. It shouldn't have been a certain time period. When all those
Jay-Z don't respond to nothing.
No.
It's so intricate.
And that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying it should have been a certain time period, right? When all these New York DJs stopped playing New York music. Somebody should have said something. Somebody should have been the gatekeeper to be like, this is not what we should be doing in New York. Niggas should not be trying to emulate the South. Let them be them. Nobody said nothing because everybody's just taking their money and spinning off. And they happy with their situation, but that's not pushing. You know what I mean? When you're a gatekeeper, you have to address. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like somebody like Swave Seven, even though it's not on a high scale, because he'll do it and just stop, but he literally tweets everything. He got no favorites. Whatever you do that he feels like incorrect, he's on your helmet. But it should be more of that. Because you start worrying about your own personal gain so much, and then you wake up and the shit that you love, that shit don't even look like what you fell in love with no more. That goes for any sport. So it's important for the people that have been around forever, even for the people that don't even understand how important that person is, for them to do their due diligence. So I feel like it's all of us. That's all our duty. But some of us just, like me, I don't give a fuck no more. I'm gonna be honest.
So I can see watching your show sometimes. Yeah. You cursing people out, you getting
I don't
comments.
Give a fuck no more. So I mean, but hey.
Yeah. Again, shout out to Jerry McCoy. I definitely want to hear his opinion on this. But I definitely want to respond. Not even respond, but I feel like I was at fault with one of the things he said, and that was the King Bao versus Daylight situation. I definitely helped push that, but before I even get to that, right?
Yeah.
He was on many different platforms before they came to champion. And one person I do respect in the culture is Daylight. Even he play around, so I feel like talked to Daylight, everything was serious. Talked to some of the MCs, they was very happy they was getting paid. So I said, why not get behind it? Why not?
Yeah.
If all the MCs are happy, they're getting the ownership of their own footage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why not try to help push that and support that? And in my eyes, I'm like, this is how I get Lux versus Daylight too. That was the hanging, like oh, Jay Black, come on, help. You got Daylight versus Lux. So I'm like, shit, I need that then. How can I help? On top of, being compensated well.
Listen, Jerry McCoy. Listen, Jerry McCoy was able to say that with me because, you know what I mean, part 2 didn't happen. But they hollered at me for part 2, so he didn't be mad at me too. And
that's another thing too. I feel like what I did that was just and was right. And I feel like I would be fake if I didn't do that. When the event didn't go as planned and it ended the way it did, I hopped in a video and said, yo, refund everybody. And the thing about it, anybody can say that, right? But when I'm a part of what they got going on and I say that, that's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it's because of me, but I did talk to them too. They refunded after my video. Like, not surely after my video, so I'm just saying. So as long as I said that, on top of that too, if they do a part 2, I probably, unless I'm behind it completely on what they got going on and I can see the moving parts, I won't be a part of it. I need to be on a ground level if they come back out again.
Yeah.
So that's my response to that with the King Bao versus Daylight stuff. But yeah. It's free battles for the most part, you know what I'm saying? They offer refunds, but we definitely got to gatekeep and do our due diligence and search and look for, their credentials and, who they are and what they're going to bring to the game for that event. So stuff like that don't happen again. But yeah, that was Battle Rap and Shambles Part 2.